If you remember last night, Kashim Shettima even mentioned that he is diabetic, he has high hypertension, but Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Asiwaju, has no ailments. He's very fit. Did you see him dancing buga? Don't you see him eating and he's well now. Our guy is well. He just needs to be resting more. He just needs to be sleeping sometimes, But he's very well. There's nothing wrong with him. So, like I told you, February 2023. Look, the APC. If you go through Bola Ahmed Asiwaju Tinubu's manifesto, you will see that there are corrections that are being made. Look, you cannot get it right the first time. You have children, I'm sure. So maybe the first time you saw your son or daughter start walking, they'll stumble, they'll fall, they'll get up. They'll walk, stumble, they'll fall, they'll get up. But then we'll get to a point where they don't even fall again. And you'll just be going, and they'll start running, even jumping, flying, etc., playing ball. So it is very important that you understand that there are a set of factors that have occurred that now we already know. So I think we don't have any issues. All the issues that Nigerians are concerned about are being addressed, have been addressed, and will be addressed by the incoming government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Kashim Shettima in February 2023. And May 29, we'll vote them in and we'll establish a very strong government that is going to bring strong policies, stronger institutions, and economic stability for Nigerians to prosper and enjoy the fruits of our land. Thank you very much. He's an entrepreneur. He hasn't failed in any of the endeavors that we've seen and heard of him participate in. He has been successful in all of them. So I don't see why I wouldn't hire him if God were to put me in that position, which he has put me in that position, because by voting for him, I am hiring him. And by God's grace, come February 2023, we'll all vote for him as Nigerians, and he will emerge as the winner of the elections, clearly. Now, when you talk about kidnapping and paying ransom, for me, these things, they are dicey. You can sit down here and say one thing. What I believe, what I would like to do would be to not negotiate with kidnappers, to not pay ransom. But you can't really say that now. The day they say, okay, they've carried your child, or they've carried your mother, or they've carried will you say the same thing? So if we can take that kind of decision without sentiment and without breaking the chain, then yes. But I think we need to really put an end to what is happening with the kidnapping. There need to be measures that should be put in place. Nigerians are no longer safe. I for one, I don't like flying that much. Not that I'm afraid, but I just prefer to go by road so I can see places, stop by, greet people, etc. But I've been forced to be flying now all the time. So I think we need to be able to enjoy that as well, to fly, to drive without feeling that fear of somebody's going to come and hijack you or kidnap you. So I think we need to really look at and address the issue of kidnapping seriously, like it has to be brought to the foreground. Thank you.
Officer, connection of APC appears to be fine.
That the APC has been tried, tested, known, it has been there. And even the PDP and the APC, most of the people there all came out from either from the PDP or the APC or the APC or the PDP. We know them, even the Peter Obi himself. And like I said to you again, the spoiler effect. So all those youth that are there, they are probably just there for the fanfare. But when it's time to get down to the ballot, their cards and their votes go to Bola Ahmed Asiwaju Tinubu, infinity. I will not, if I come here and start hailing myself, oh, look how greatly I performed, then it is a sign of ignorance. So I allow those people that are in the field to judge my performance. Politics is politics. Your time is your time. We are a religious country. So without fear, I will tell you that I am highly spiritual. I believe in God, and I believe in destiny. And regardless, even if the whole world gathers to say that today you will be here, if it is not in your destiny and God says this is not your time, it will not happen. And even if the whole world is against you, and God said it is your time, which happened to me when I came into the house, everybody was fighting me. I fought alone. I had no type of support from anywhere. I emerged. Those that know me, like maybe Sahid in this house and stuff, they know how I emerged, like without support from anybody at all that you can think of. It's just God that just carried me and said, you come, boom, and put me. So I have no right to start questioning what happened or why. I take it, okay, I've come, I've done my job, I've done my best, which is very important. Like, I want to tell us as Nigerians that whatever we do, you have to, there are the four arguments. Maybe you can look it up later on Google. They are called the four arguments. If you live your life by the four arguments, nothing can shake you, nothing can faze you. And inside the four arguments, the last of the four arguments is that always do your best. So when you do your best in anything that you're doing, then you will not fall back and start saying, oh, I'm wondering what happened. Why did it? Because you know that you did your best. Of course, sometimes your best today can be less than your best yesterday. Your best tomorrow can be better than your best today. But what is important is that mentally, in your mind, know that you always do your best. And I think I did my best. So, and I'm still supporting my party. Thank you. Dr. Nasir Yusuf Gawuna is a very, 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 very good candidate. He is well respected by the elite in Kano. He is well loved and admired by the masses in Kano. He's somebody who has a good track record. He's a grassroots politician. He's a gentleman. He's somebody that we all look to and we get inspired by him. I can clearly tell you that politics apart, he's somebody that I love personally because he's somebody that I respect his ideals, the way he moves politically, the way he treats people, the way he respects everybody. He's a leader. And that is the reason why, despite pressure from certain internal corners, he was able to emerge as the gubernatorial candidate. He was not the one that was most favored. There was an individual that was who they wanted, but he emerged by the grace of God because he was the best candidate and he was the person that could carry the party forward and get the win. Now, is NNPP a force? Of course. One can say he's a two-time governor. He has a large following. He touched people's lives. He's well respected in Kano and in Nigeria. He has a proven track record. But what I want to bring you back is something I mentioned about 10 minutes ago, which is the spoiler effect. Now, if you're not familiar with the spoiler effect is what is going to give Gawuna the win. Simply because when you have two parties that are going toe-to-toe, and you have two candidates that are going toe-to-toe, and then you introduce a third wheel, and that third wheel is popular. That third person that is introduced, most of the people that will align with him, because they are almost on the same base, because they are not as strong as the person that is ruling or in the strongest party or in the ruling party or the strongest person. So most of the base will be shifted from the second runner up to the third person. So that is where they split. So he might end up getting 15, this one will end up getting 39, and that will get 50-something, 45, and win the election. Do you understand? So with the introduction of those people now, it is like a very clear win if you know what you are doing scientifically, statistically. If you sit down and look at it with an analytical mind, you can see clearly how Asiwaju Tinubu and Nasir Yusuf Gawuna are going to clinch their victories by God's grace. Thank you very much.